Hey Cameron, yesterday Steve mentioned that the reason Zach was holding for you in the TCU game was just you kind of preferred to have him back there. So, what is it about him that you preferred from a holder's standpoint? And is it tough to adjust to a new holder in the middle of a season?
Um, what I've been liking working with Zach is just I get more reps with him just because in practice Hudson's over with quarterbacks, obviously. So having a specialist hold is a lot easier because when we're off on our own, I can get reps with him. So the comfort's there. I don't think it's hard to adjust just because we've worked it so much. Even when Hudson was holding, Zach would still get reps. So it's not too much of a change.
Kirk, go ahead.
Yeah, Cameron, you've had a weird year starting out 1-3, and then two games don't even get a chance. Kicking the four field goals, do you feel like you're back in form? And did your confidence suffer before that? And is it back?
I don't think confidence suffered at all. I mean, I obviously missed two kicks earlier, and it is what it is. But I don't really let those affect me much. It's all about the next rep, and even these four kicks, it helps a little bit, but at the same time, I'm at the same point I was before.
Terry, go ahead.
Cameron, good afternoon. Thanks for being with us. So how does it feel to be such a major contributor to the Texas offense? And, you're likely going to be the fourth highest point scorer in Texas for Texas here next game or in the next couple of games. And also from an NIL perspective, have you ever used your trademark Dicker the Kicker that you own?
I have a little bit, and then I'm working on getting some shirts out, hopefully soon, maybe this week. I don't know when, but trying to get some things out to be able to use that, which would be fun. And then points-wise, I mean, it's cool to be able to help if the offense is struggling a little bit. It's nice to be able to get some kicks in, and so this weekend it was enjoyable for me to have some kicks in.
Bob, go ahead.
Cameron, you obviously had the one of the biggest kicks in the history of this rivalry, and at the same time, the wink that went viral. I just want to know what makes you so comfortable in that situation. Kind of take us back through that kick, and then the confidence now to have those moments in big games like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just comes down to preparing. I think most of the time, like for you guys, for example, you guys don't get nervous coming and asking questions, writing articles. It's the same thing for me, somewhat, but it's the same thing for me just because like I practice this day in, day out. I'm out there ready for these moments. And so it's exciting when I get the chance to do so.
Cole, you're up.
Cam, kind of just going back, knowing the history of this game and your influence on it, just how important is it for you guys to start off fast and for you to be able to, if you have to get called on, make your kicks early just to be able to maintain a lead against Oklahoma?
Yeah, it's huge. Going up early is always great. It gives us an advantage in the game, and so hopefully we can do everything we can to be there.
John High, go ahead.
Cameron, what does this game mean to you, or is it just another game like a lot of you guys like to say?
I think it definitely means something. It's a big game for everybody, but at the same time, it's still the same as every other game. It's the next step in the process for the season. So it's every game's a big game, every game you want to win, and then this week is just against Oklahoma. So everybody's excited to go out and play.
Danny, go ahead.
Cameron, have you gotten any cameo requests this week from Texas fans wanting you to do the wink to an Oklahoma friend? Or had cameo been a thing, 4 years ago, would you have made bank after that kick?
Hope so, right? I mean, there's been a couple people that have requested things, and so I've had a little bit, but not a huge like increase in stuff. So yeah.
Got one last one. Kirk, go ahead.
Yeah, Cameron, what's been the craziest moment you've experienced during this OU game, either before the game, after the game, during the game? Is there something that kind of makes you chuckle or stands out at all?
Honestly, not sure. I mean, a fun thing that I always enjoy about the game is having all the fans yelling at one time, either yelling Texas sucks or Texas fight. And so that's always a kind of fun experience because away games, it's never like that. Home games, it's not always 100% people yelling. And so these games are always fun having that atmosphere.
Luke, having grown up in this game and stayed on that burnt orange sideline, could you ever have imagined flipping to Oklahoma the way Casey flipped from Oklahoma to Texas?
No, not personally. Like you said, just growing up a huge Texas fan and all of that. Always my dream to come here, and I don't know if I could see myself on the other side, but yeah.
Danny, go ahead.
Luke, going back to the game on Saturday, obviously TCU stayed in it with that 99-yard drive. As a defense, is that concerning? And just where do you feel the defense is at after that game?
Yeah, I think like most games in the past this year, we played really hard. We made some mistakes at the same time that, again, are all correctable. That that's kind of on us more than anything. TCU, they were a great opponent and they had a lot of good players. So, they gave us some fits, but at the same time, I think we're in a good spot. It's just kind of the little things that we need to correct right now.
Cole, you're up.
Luke, just really early on, I know it's still early in the week, but you're just getting into film, but what have you seen from both of their running backs in the backfield and what they're able to do in the open field?
Yeah, they're both really talented running backs. They have kind of different styles of running. Zero, he's going to cut back. He's really fast. He's a great back. And 26, a little bit more power back, but they complement each other really well. And it'll definitely be a handful to stop them.
Kirk, you're up.
Yeah, Luke, two questions. One, did you give DeMarvion an IOU for the interception? And second, your first memory of being at Texas OU game in person?
First off, I think I got my hands on that ball before DeMarvion, so I'll leave that at that. And then what was the second question? Sorry.
The whole thing with growing up in a Longhorn family, did you go every year? And were you like yelling OU sucks, or what was your experience as a fan?
Yeah, I think the first time I went to this game was in 2005, and I bet you I've gone to the Red River game probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 times since then. And it's honestly my favorite game. It always has been. I think it's the greatest rivalry in college football. Just having the stadium split and, playing in it has been the craziest thing in the world, and it's been awesome. But yeah, definitely, my favorite game of the year, no doubt.
John High, you're up.
You said that you feel like the defense is in a good spot right now. What do you think that you guys are doing well, and what do you have to get better at, especially for this game?
Yeah, I think what we're doing well is just, executing the call, playing really hard, and, being physical. We can always get better in tackling, still some missed tackles, still, some blown coverages that we need to work on. So, yeah.
Chip Brown, go ahead.
Luke, what kind of step did this team take from a mental toughness, standpoint in finishing off that win against TCU?
Yeah, I think it was huge for our mental, just because, that's a game in the past that sometimes we've let slip away, and just to be on the other side of that, getting a win is huge, and it's good for our confidence as well.
Kirk, you're up.
Yeah, Luke, it's not your normal Oklahoma rushing attack. They ranked 76 in the country, and West Virginia held them to 57 and Tulane 116. Are you studying the West Virginia Tulane films, and are they a little bit vulnerable there because of a new offensive line?
I don't know about that. To me, they look, still really, really dangerous on the ground. And, obviously, we're watching all the games this year and, studying film really hard, but I think their rushing attacks, still really dangerous.
Cole Thompson, go ahead.
Look, growing up in this rivalry for as long as you have, does this game mean a little bit more to you now that your role's kind of expanded in defense?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. The atmosphere for this game kind of just, amplifies it in a bit, you could say. And just, playing my role now, it definitely means a little more to me now.
One last one. John High, you're up.
Oh, but kind of feeding off what Kirk just said, I mean, as we're watching OU this year, they don't look like the dominant team that they normally are. do they appear to be beatable this year for you guys?
I mean, they still look really good to me. I don't know what y'all been watching, but yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a great game. It's two great teams going at it, and just excited.